Hey guys, just thought I'd show you some footage from the weekend of a hike me and Joe did. We're going heading towards Tutuwai Hut in the Tararua Ranges in Upper Hutt, Wellington. Just heading off from the Kaitoki Road end over Puffer Saddle and then along past Smith's Creek Shelter. As you can see here, there's a bit of a climb early on, up some steps past from the YMCA.
Big pack and a little girl. I'm trying to carry all the heavy stuff, but there's only so much you can fit in one bag, so.
That's just going over Puffer Saddle and down the other side. It's a fair climb. There are some steps on the way up, and then it's an easy cruise down into the valley. It's a little bit muddy, as you see here. There's definitely a couple of river crossings. They weren't too high this time of year in winter there, but you can see a lot on them. And they are prone to flash floods, so you've got to be a little bit careful with them.
This is about 7.3 from the start. It's about 14.4 maybe to Tutuwai Hut, so we're about halfway. Nice place to camp here. There's space for one tent, and then you can probably fit a second tent in there if you want, but there's a spot for a tent just behind that bush. We've camped here before, it's actually really nice.
There's a few gnarly sections on the route here. We're just trying to descend down using this rope to assist us. It's a pretty serious drop off to the right there. There's some sections like this. This is probably one of the worst sections. It's quite a high slip, and you're only a foot or so from the edge. It's pretty scary, actually, pretty gnarly. Yeah, so we found this nice flat area to pitch up. It's really nice. This is Tutuwai Hut itself. We weren't staying in the hut this time, but you can do if you want. It's a serviced hut, so it's pretty well set up.
So we've just got to the camp. So the camp area, we're at Tutuwai Hut. The hut itself is just up on the hill here. It's about 300 meters away, but just below the hut is a big grassy area that you can pitch on, and it's ideal for camping. It's grass. There's no rocks. There's a couple of fire pits if you want to. We won't be using them tonight, but there's a big table here as well, which is perfect. And then there is a river if you want to get your water, but it's a couple hundred meters. 400 meters maybe, so we up to the hut. It's a little bit closer, but you got multiple. There's actually a river over there as well, so you've got multiple options for water. I think we're going to be out the wind. It should be a good night. It's supposed to rain coming in an hour or two, so just light rain, drizzle. This is Josie finding the sun, the last of the sun before it goes behind the hill.
I'm just making the most of the warmth.
Yeah, she's looking for warmth just before it dips. We put our tents in the shade there, but it's out of the wind and it's a nice spot with the table there, but it's going to have dew on it in the morning because the sun will come up over this. It will be gone by the time the sun gets that high. So
Even managed to catch a glimpse of the rarest of all New Zealand's creatures, the tiny sheep.
yeah, so we set off at 7:45, and it's wet. It's a lot of low mist and cloud today, but not too bad. We're just getting going early so we can get back before it maybe get a bit worse later on, perhaps.
Really nice views in the valley. This is on the way back now, second day. Weather was a little bit better, just clearing up as we were heading back. You see it's pretty warm at this point of the day. We got back about midday-ish, 2 o'clock, so wasn't too bad. Smith's Creek Shelter itself here. This is it's just an emergency shelter. It's not really a hut. I wouldn't try staying there unless you had your own bivvy or something. The campsite, the Smiths Creek camp, is only 10-20 metres away from that hut.
Every single waterfall of every single trip.
Just stopping before we climb up to Puffer Saddle again to get back over the top towards the car park. It's a bit of a brutal climb because it's right at the end of the hike, so just when you're most tired. I have done this as a run out and back in one day, 28k there and back. It's a pretty decent run. It does have some advanced kind of gnarly sections. I wouldn't recommend it if you're a beginner runner at all, actually. But it's a nice day out, and if you're a decent runner, it's a good push. Just coming back down towards the car park. Jo celebrating there. She's obviously happy. Yeah, she was pretty tired. We were both pretty done in by this, but yeah, we had a good time. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy that, guys.